Update 3 on Tropical Cyclone Seroja, which has been struggling over the past 2 hours under hostile conditions like wind shear and dry air. It's located at 12.9 degrees south, 118.0 degrees east. It is 11 a.m. in Karratha, currently April 7th. It has winds of 45 miles an hour, a pressure of 993 millibars, and it is moving southwest at 14 miles an hour. There are no cyclone watches yet, although that is expected to change later today as we get closer to the arrival of the system. Winds extend 90 nautical miles in the northern half, 80 nautical miles to the southwestern quadrant, and 70 to the southeastern quadrant as of this time. It's 424 miles away from Broome, 498 from Karratha, 625 from Exmouth, 710 from Coral Bay, and 1067 from Geraldton, which happens to be in the cone of uncertainty for where a landfall could be taking place towards the end of this week into the weekend. It's 683 kilometers from Broome, 802 from Karratha, 1006 from Exmouth, 1143 from Coral Bay, and 1718 kilometers from Geraldton. All of these cities are in Australia. Here's where we are amongst other agencies. We agree with the Bureau of Meteorology right now with 45 miles an hour. Joint typhoon warnings are slightly higher with 15 miles an hour currently. Pretty good consensus as to where this storm is at right now, and it can be judged simply by its appearance. It does not look as great as it did yesterday. This should not disregard from the threat that this is going to be strengthening again, as forecasted by Thomas Schwen in this cone. A Category 3 cyclone with Category 4 in the Australian, with winds of 115 miles an hour expected as it nears the western coast of Australia. Category 1 landfall is likely from this system. Very dangerous days ahead, and this system has already killed over 150 people. Not some to take down. Here are the sea surface temperatures ahead of Seroja. A very warm environment ahead for it. 29 and 30 degrees Celsius waters. Very conducive for strengthening as long as it gets its structure rebuilt, which it is likely to do. Temperatures significantly cool down off as it heads towards the western coast of Australia. Colder waters will cause it to weaken. Here is the intensity models. We do think it is going to reach Category 3 as of right now. Models are pretty much in agreement. A deep layer shear, we are looking at that to a decrease, which will allow for the system to strengthening. However, that will skyrocket by the 11th out of the charts. Sea surface temperatures, those remain pretty warm until the 10th or 11th, where that drops off dramatically, and humidity will remain about the same over the coming days. Very interesting track for this for sure. Western Australia, especially areas down up to Perth, you guys need to be prepared for this. Shear has been taking its toll. All of the convection is displaced towards the west of the center. You can see there in the water vapor imagery, dry air has also been a problem for this. In training and keeping convection from returning to the eastern side, that has been a problem over the last 24 hours, why it's weakened instead of strengthened. Here it is on infrared. We are looking at very good convection on the western side. As long as that stays, we could be looking at a potential strengthening system within the next 12 to 24 hours. Western Australia needs to be prepared. We'll keep you updated.